So let's make a quick market update. Today is the 25th of April of 2025, right? Um, I'm gonna share some thoughts that I have on Bitcoin and on the markets. Last one that I did was, I think, on 16th of April, one weekend, some days, and on this one, on the last one, I talked about this zone here as an important zone, and I thought we was here, and I talked about the move to the upside, and that I wanted to see how the price would react on this zone here. Um, and the price shows strength. Now, on the present, what am I watching very closely is this. This is what I'm watching very closely. We are we just touch a major resistance here on this order block that was basically the block that made the origin, the all the move down started here, right? So this is an important zone. We just touch this zone, and now we are retracing. I'm really thinking in enter on a short because I'm gonna explain what my thoughts are. So this is a range for me. This is a clear range. As you can see here, we have the range highs, the range lows, the middle range, and this is the early open, right? So what I'm looking at is this is rejecting. So I'm looking this as a deviation of the range, right? And that we can possibly trade back to the early open or to the mid level, and then we will see. Or it can hold the range as a support now and go higher, right? We never know. I'm just thinking in possibilities. So um, what I'm really looking is to see how the price is gonna react here. Which one is gonna happen? Um, Look, right now the price is behaving like this is some type of support. It's finding some support here, but let's see if this holds. If this doesn't hold, if we work below the range highs, that's a trigger for me to go short with stops at the highs, or if I'm more aggressive, to get a better risk profile at the order block, the 15-minute order block bearish tops, and then aiming first to early open mid level, 1 hour, 150, see how it reacts, and then possibility the 92k area, the range lows, which is basically a 3 hour setup. But I don't know if I'm gonna have the setup. Like right now, it's looking like he's having some support. So if this is support, I may try to find some long too, because I can play the two sides of the market. Uh, by I don't know, I don't know where I would get a setup too long here. This was block that formed, right? We came here, we tested, we came back down. I think maybe if this can be a setup if we start working above this level here with stops at the lows below the range highs, targeting the mid and possibly the high. This is a 2 hour setup too, so we have setups to the two sides. This one I'm making this market review more fast, more quick, more straight to the point because we are here in these key levels that I'm watching closely. So yeah, uh, but yeah, now going to the higher time frames to see this on the point of view. Like I said before, I said this on the last updates that nothing was loose, and we can see we are holding. So this is still until proven otherwise uh, a trend up. The weekly, that was the thing that was more ugly in the last time. Now is not looking that bad, but I wouldn't get too excited either because I don't think we are. I don't think, how can I say that? I don't think we are in the place that we should be a lot euphoric because we still working on resistance, like I said here, but yeah, still a lot of inefficiency left behind. So I wouldn't get surprised if we have some type of move at least to here to the 87s to retest this all of this block. There is a lot here to take. So yeah, I will be careful. I'm watching closely this. Uh, but yeah, I think if we are sharp, we can find some good setups. Uh, having a look to the NQ that I talked to in the last ones, we are we are working above in NQ in equities. We are start working above the level. So this is good news. If we can start to push away from this, then I think the game is back on. The We can fade this move down, and then I think we can go higher. But like I said, I think it's too early to be excited. It's a good time to be focused on the market and watching closely because we can find good opportunities. But I don't think we should get too excited yet. All right, but it's definitely looking better than the last time. That's for sure, right? The band is starting to cross up. This is always good, right? Look, the band is starting to cross up. So yeah, we might get some continuation. Let's see what the market is gonna give us. Um, what more? I already talked about the setups that I'm looking at. Of course, that's this inefficiency here. I think that have a good possibility to be filled in the future. I don't know if it's after we have some continuation higher or in a more short period of time, but we'll see. Um, Let me have a look at what Trump coin. Yeah, right. We had some big ass pump on this, right? I think I saw this on the last stream. It was dead as fuck, and look at that. In the space of 2 days, we have 100%. One a 2x here, 100% pump, right? Crazy, 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 crazy. So yeah, let's just have a look at Tesla, the stock that I talked about. That was a little bit interest. Look, starting to pushing away, starting to make some type of triple bottom. So I might not have the trigger that I want. I wanted to I already talked about this on the last one that I wanted to see this level get tested, but if we don't get it and in NQ and equities we start to push away here, find acceptance back above of the level, fading this move down, then I'm not gonna be sitting and waiting for a setup that might never come. I'm gonna start to scale in my positions because yeah, because I think that if the stock market is gonna have some recovery, I think Tesla is really good stock to hold in my opinion. Of course, into the future, we are now fighting the bands, the weekly bands on Tesla. What can I see more here? XRP. This one is gonna be a more short one. XRP. I don't know about XRP, man. XRP have a lot of inefficiency left behind that I see that can be tested soon. I don't know. I would be more likely to play the short side on XRP if I'm gonna be really honest. It is starting to look better after some time. I don't say this for a long time, but it's starting to look a little bit better. We can see that is holding this zone that I talked. I think I talked this on the first ever market update that I did. In the first one, I talked about this interest zone, and look, is holding. The wicks can here, but the body never closed uh, below the box. So it is starting to look better for every account. Start to look a little bit better. Start to look a little bit better. I don't know if I'm gonna start longing, but we are on the key resistance. Look how is it reacting. Monthly open with this area here. Tested once, tested twice. Now let's see. I think in after all that's all gonna be be dependent of how the Bitcoin is going to move, right? If Bitcoin is going to make a deviation back inside, then it is going to reject this level two and come back above. If the Bitcoin is going to break higher, then the it probably is going to break higher too. But we gotta see. Sol is interesting too. I think it's close to some type of resistance here. Like this is a range to me too, like this and here we are a little bit. That's why I said that I'm still cautious, because this can be a deviation on not just on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is the one who command, right? And so therefore on another alt too, like Sol and it, because we are in extremities, and I don't like to long the resistance and short the support, right? So I'm really not yet looking for longs, but like I said, if I can see some acceptance, then I can try a long on Bitcoin. Like I said, is working above right now. This is good to the people who was. This is good, yeah. This it can be a short, long setup here. The one that I said uh, some minutes ago. So yeah, let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, this one is a more shorter. We are 15 minutes, but this is basically what I'm seeing right now. And And yeah, I don't have a lot more to say right now, to be honest. We will have to wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, there are setups available to both sides. We just have to play the markets and be fluid. That's it. And that's it. Have a great weekend.